Hey family, today we're going to make sugar scrub. But before we get started, I wanted to say hello to everyone and a shout out to everybody that is recovering from COVID-19 or has it and is not super sick. I hope everybody gets okay really fast. Today, the sugar scrub, I chose to do this because my cousin Michelle called me and asked me if I knew of anything that could help with the symptoms of eczema. And I told her about this, so she requested that I make a video so that she could see how to make it. So here we go. First, we're going to start with the things that you need to make the sugar scrub. You need a clean, I prefer glass jars. If you've seen any of my other videos, I like glass. It keeps things well, and the ingredients that you put in don't react with glass. We need some extra virgin olive oil. We need some plain old white sugar, which I just happen to have. We don't really eat sugar, but I use it to scrub things. We need a lime, or if you don't have a lime, some lime juice. And I say lime and not lemons because limes are a bit less strong than lemons. So that's pretty much the basics of what you need to make this. I started making this because our oldest daughter had eczema as a child, and I don't know how I came up with this, but it just came to me to make her a sugar scrub, and it kept her skin clear, beautiful, unitchy until she got to be an adult. And then I gave her to herself, and even though I taught her how to make the sugar scrub, she just didn't do it, but that's okay. So how we're going to start is we're going to put sugar in this jar. You pretty much fill the jar up with the sugar. And it would seem like you wouldn't have room for the olive oil or the lime juice, but that would not be the case. So, however you can get your sugar in the jar, pretty much, like I said, want to fill the jar up with the sugar. So that's good. You can see from the sides, the sugar is all the way to the top. Not the top, but the top of the jar pretty much. And we won't need this anymore. Now, we're going to put the olive oil in. This is a nice new jar of olive oil, so we have to get that open. And you just take the olive oil and you pour. And it's good to have a spoon or a knife or something so you can kind of let the olive oil soak into the sugar. And if you see me waving, we have lovely gnats that tend to visit us every summer. We are in Arizona. I've spoken with my brother in Texas, and he has the gnats as well. I don't know about any of you in California. They're quite annoying and seem to be very hard to get rid of. But as soon as the weather cools down in the fall and the winter, they just go away. Woo. They're just annoying little creatures. So, and you can tell when you have enough olive oil because you'll be able to see it on the sides of your glass jar. And I will show you as soon as we get this all mushed into here. Okay, so I have pretty much the amount of olive oil I need to mix in. This is a 16-ounce jar, and this is a pint of olive oil. So I've used a little less than half. And I've gotten it mixed in. And what you're looking for is to change your sugar from white to this pretty olive oil color. I don't know if you can see that, but it's no longer white. And it's okay if you have a little olive oil floating on the top. You can mix that in. Just make sure you mix your olive oil all the way to the bottom layer of the sugar. So, you know, make sure you check the bottom to make sure that your sugar that's on the bottom has changed to the color of the olive oil. And that's pretty much it for that. That's pretty simple. Get it all mixed in there. What you're looking for is the olive oil to soak into the sugar. Okay. Then the next thing you're going to do is I've cut the lime for you. We only need about a quarter lime. You're not even going to use all of that. Put it in your trusty juicer, and you just want to squeeze not a whole bunch, but just like, I don't know, mostly juice from an eighth of a lime. I didn't squeeze a lot of that in there, but it's enough to give it a great smell. But the purpose of the lime juice is people that have eczema and or psoriasis or just dry spots tend to have dark marks on their skin once the scales have gone away. And the lime juice helps to lighten those dark marks. So now you just mix that in as well. Doesn't have to be exact. And if you start to use this and it doesn't smell as limey as you want in the future, just add some more lime juice. And if you're going to use lime juice from a bottle and not a fresh lime, try to get lime juice that doesn't have preservatives, because you really don't want that on your skin. Remember, people, your skin is your biggest organ. Okay, so we have that all mixed up. I'm going to show you how to use this for washing your hands, since we have to wash our hands so much now with the COVID. What I do is I take some liquid hand soap, just put a pump into my hand, and you can use your fingers if it's just your personal jar of sugar scrub, or if you're going to share it with other people, you just get a little scoop out like that, and you add it into your hand with the soap. And then before you put the water on your hands, you just scrub it around like this. Because I know washing your hands now so often makes your hands chapped and rough. It can even make them quite sore, and lotion doesn't seem to help as much as it should when you're washing so much. So you can do it like this. Get it all in there good. Make sure you scrub the back too. It feels quite nice when you're scrubbing. And then you just rinse it off with warm water, just like you would the soap without the scrub. And when you're done, you probably don't even have to use any lotion. Just rinse it off. And whew, it's so warm here in Tucson that the cold water is hotter than the hot water. You rinse it all off. Your hands are all clean. Dry your hands. And you have clean hands, but they're not all dried out and rough. So you could keep a little container of this next to your sink in the kitchen or in the bathroom or wherever you wash your hands the most. And this would be the same way you would use it for your eczema. So say you had eczema on your arms or your elbows. You just take some and you can put it with the soap of your choice and you use it as a scrub. And it will not clog your drains in the shower or in your sink because we have the lime juice, we have the sugar, and then the olive oil just gets kind of dissolved by the soap. And you have symptomatic relief of eczema, chapped hands, psoriasis, and with the lime juice it will help to take out the dark spots over time. And no one ever knew my child had eczema until I gave her to herself and she stopped using it. So it relieves the chapping, the scaling, the itchiness. It's all natural. You don't have to keep it in the refrigerator. It's not going to spoil. And there you have it. Easy peasy. Sugar scrub. You can use it on your feet. You could use it wherever you have skin. And it works quite well, and it costs way less than the sugar scrub you would go and buy in the store, and it has less ingredients, which means less chance for an allergic reaction. Thank you so much for coming and watching this video, learning this so you can be more comfortable. And everybody, wear your mask and have a safe rest of your day, week, and year. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.